I just talked to this really nice guy, Michael. Got a kooky hat on, hiking up here. Old guy. It's really nice. And I'm going down here to this creek. I got my lifesaver jerry can. I almost forgot the phone. I wanted to record this, so I'm going to collect some water in this thing. It's got some water in it. And I will say there's a little bit of an issue here because the can, I let water sit in it. It had a little bit of a moldy scent flavor to it. It won't kill you, but it's kind of a bummer. I'll be okay. Let's try to do this without dying. I'm just going to get right in the water. All right, almost full. Oh boy, it's not full. All right, and you know I can always boil this, but the filter system in this lifesaver jerry can is pretty cool. So I wanted to come up here because I've been listening to these Bigfoot stories on YouTube, and apparently some people have run across him here on the 168. And then Dave told me his parents live up here, and they come up here all the time, so who knows? I doubt it's going to happen, right? But I did have that one Bigfoot experience already, so I know that they're real. I know some people are like, BS, but I'm not kidding. Whew. All right. Helps to be in halfway decent shape, you know. All right, I got to get to the location, and hopefully nobody else is there. I passed some big areas that had a bunch of people at them already, so we'll see how this goes. All right, so trying to get it to a relatively level spot here. I'm just off the road, and when I was filling up the water, I lost the pin to get to the spot. So I'm not even sure if this is the exactly correct spot. But it said I had 2.9 miles to go, and I screenshotted before I got out the map. And so this seems like it's the right spot. And as I was cruising along, boom, I saw these two picnic tables here. So I'm thinking, and he did say get a spot in the trees. So I think I'm okay. They'll probably find me. The road's right there, so as they drive by, they should see the Astro. I was parked right in here, but a lot of mosquitoes. I don't think they're going to be any less there. Kind of a bummer. Not as aggressive as the ones in Los Angeles. But I'm going to open this up. I don't know how much setup I should do. These guys aren't getting here till almost 9 o'clock tonight. If I'm not in the right spot, are they going to want to stay here? Or are they going to want to go to the right spot? Is the spot back behind me and they're not going to come this far? Cell phones don't work up here either. So hopefully everything will work out. We'll see. I left the lights on just because it looks so cool. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and set this up for myself. You guys know when this back is open, I've got that tent system that'll keep the bugs out if I close the side door. And I got a bunch of magnets with me, and somewhere in the van, I don't know where, there's some mesh I could put up. And look, I brought everything. I brought my computers because I thought maybe I could work on it, but there's no service up here. And I brought all my leathercraft stuff, including my press over there. I just put long trousers on because of the mosquitoes, so I took my shorts off. It's a little messy right now. It'll get all tidied up as I set up, but I don't know how long I'll be up here. I'm kind of intending on staying longer than everybody else. Maybe. I don't know. But I don't know what they do around here for fun when they come up here. If they just sit around and eat and drink and be merry, or if they go for a hike, or what, I don't know. And so I figured, let me bring something to do. There is a sign here, so some club cleans up the area. Maybe I shouldn't even be here. This campsite developed and maintained by Ready Rock 4x4 Club of Tulare and High Sierra 4x4 Drive Club of Wood Lake. Like us on Facebook. So thanks, fellas. I'm gonna screenshot that. By the way, look at the size of this stump. This was a massive tree here, boy. This is over 6 feet across. There are some trailers parked back over there, that way. And there's one back in here. And there's kind of a road right here. So we'll see what happens. I mean, it's Thursday. It could get super busy for the weekend, I don't know. But I've claimed this spot for now. We'll see how this works out. Hopefully I'm in the right spot. I brought the Smatch It out for this trip. I'm gonna try that out. Mess around with that. I gotta trim a limb up here off the roof and tie up my awning here. Get that going. All right. Van set up over there. Can't really see it. I got a fire going. It's getting late. I haven't eaten anything. I'm starving. I'm gonna heat up some food. I got the little thing here on the back with the mesh. You can't see anything. It's too dark. Anyhow, so I'll be able to sleep like that tonight and be nice and cool. Let me break out a pot and my stove and my stew and cook something up. My backpack, I'll get the pillow of the backpack, and I'll get the city has arrived. What you doing, Kobe? You tying knots? I normally do it black. Black and bitter, like my women. Too early in the morning for humor. Nobody else is awake. That's the Lifesaver jerry can up there. So right now I just put water in it, but I'll show you. Water from the creek. Charging the solar panels is going to be a... Whoops. That's the one I want. 5-second rule. Solar panels are going to be an issue. Too many trees. Hopefully when the sun gets up here, there's a clear spot, but it won't last long. So we'll see how it works out. So I got sent a couple more watches by Jim. He's like the main patron for the channel here. It came on a weird band that had those eyelets in it. 2-piece band. And I put it on this store-bought leather Zulu strap. It's a solar Casio. Inexpensive Casio. Field watch. But I really like it. I like it on my wrist. I think it's pretty tough. I thought perfect watch for the trip. However, you guys know me, can't go anywhere without more than one watch. So we've got that Seiko, kind of explorer looking field watch. It's got that perpetual calendar. I did a review on this real cool titanium watch. Got my Atlas or Land Shark. I've been wearing that for a week or more. I really love that watch. I mean, I love all my watches. And then obviously the Samurai, which are not running to the correct time. 7:45. That one's good. That one's good. That one there wasn't wound, so yeah. I got to clean out this van now. I got this 5-gallon water thing from an old drill instructor. I got this electrically powered. It's got a shower head too. All right. I use this for heating up water too, like if I want to make oatmeal or something, because you can pour out of it. It's just easy. this will be dry by the end of the day. And there's a shower head for that thing, so I can get on the side of the van here and take a shower later if I want to. And by the way, I charged that thing like a year and a half ago, and it's still keeping a charge. It's pretty stinking cool. Let me show you what it is here. I think I got it was an Amazon thing. It comes in this bag here. And it's got a collapsible bucket and a suction cup and the power cord. And there's not like a company name on this thing. Stay. But yeah, there's no there's no company name on this thing. Rechargeable camping shower. You might want one. All right. This ridiculous outfit is because of mosquitoes. There's already mosquitoes out here. I should have brought a long sleeve t-shirt or chambray shirt and more long pants. I didn't know what I was getting myself into here. So right there you see a little blue in the center, and there's the camper, Dan and Renee, really nice people, Dave's friends. And I'm walking this way. Now, imagine the camp is here. I'm going to walk down this mountain, and there's a creek, and that creek makes a giant circle, comes way up around, crosses the road, about a mile down the road that way, and goes all the way up the mountain around us. So I'm going to hike down to the creek, and we're going to test out a product that I bought in the 1990s. It's a MSR water filter, pump filter. And it's supposed to be good for, you know, I don't know how many thousands of gallons of water. And so I have an empty Nalgene bottle and a pump. So I'm going to need water. So we're gonna make water safe. We're gonna do that, and this is gonna be a hell of a hike. This hike could take. I looked at his map. I'm not using a map. I'm just using dead reckoning. You know what they say? Look at this. I found a road. This is beautiful. You know, a Marine is never lost. He's just temporarily disoriented. So let's see how crazy we could get. This might not be a smart idea. We'll see. It's been a while since I've done any hiking. But I'll show you guys some clips from along the way. I hope you enjoy it. Oh man, I can give you a view right here. So you can imagine this part will be easy getting to the creek, but then coming up the creek, wherever it even is, can't even see it here, it's going to be a hell of a hike today. I needed this so bad. people have driven up this. You could tell this was some old road trail. It's a lot of 4x4 stuff here. You guys can see the angle of this, the grade. And that's what, it's a thing. This isn't really my thing. I mean, I enjoy 4x4ing, but these guys come out here, these side-by-sides, they make a lot of noise and run around, and I'm sure the weekend's going to be ridiculous. Yeah, this is an old road here. By the way, yes, this is the hiking stick I made in 1990. My buddy Lance up at the Delaware Water Gap. Love it. This is my, okay, this is going to be a climb down. Let's see how this goes. I do have some snacks with me, but gee whiz. Oh, this might be a little bit overly ambitious. I'm not even halfway down this thing, but I saw this rock formation here. Whenever I see something like that, I always like to investigate it. I don't know. I always think like maybe we need to find something because that's a major landmark right there. Somebody'd say, "Oh yeah, the rock, you know, that looks like my mother-in-law." Stashed a bunch of gold bars there. Let's go check that out. That's really neat. You guys know who Cam Patterson is, the comedian who's discovered on Kill Tony? He likes rocks. Look at this rock right there. Tell me that doesn't look like a face. A little eyeball and a nose. Let's see what it looks like from the other side. Let's hope I don't fall down here. This is pretty steep. Look at that. That's pretty stinking cool. It won't look like that from the front. Looks like there's almost a path over here. It's sketchy. Little tip. When you're walking down like this and there's an angle, keep your walking stick on the low side. Keep your hand on it. That's a third leg. Keeps you from sliding. Slip sliding away. Slip sliding away. So this is like a side-by-side trail here. Everybody brings them things up here. I don't really want to walk on it because it's too dusty. All right, you can see, I'm holding this thing level. You can see the angle of the trees here, so you can kind of get the idea of the pitch or the grade. Yeah, let's walk over here. Less dust. Part of me wanted to go more to my left to make the hike longer, but I suspect this is going to be an all-day thing. Let me just check. I left at about 11 o'clock. Just give you guys a quick look at this again. I'm wearing the solar-powered Casio field watch sent to me by Jim. Thanks, man. We'll see how long this takes. I told him if I'm not back at the camp by this time tomorrow, And they're like, if you're not here by 7, we're going out looking for you. It could take that long. I have no idea what I'm getting myself into here. But this is stuff. When I was 8, 9 years old, I lived up in Sussex County, New Jersey. A little town called Vernon. And let me get through here. Let's walk over this way. And I used to get lost in the forest up there. 8 years old. And it was fun. I always found my way back. All right, still here. I don't feel like bushwhacking through the bushes. I have some gators. I don't know if they're in the van. They should be. I got an idea for the gators with these, with the broadwinger boots. All right. On the sides, like on either side of the ankle, I want to do a triangle patch of leather, either with 2 slots in it to rope something through, or put a snap on it, and then put snaps on the gaiters, and then they'll snap to the boots. I think that's a good idea, because then you can still wear shorts and break trail, you know. Spook some crows. Oh, that crow there might be hurt. Or there's a nest here. Let's leave them alone. Some sort of animal track here. There is deer here. Yesterday when I was coming here, there were 3 deer in the road. I couldn't get the camera going quick enough to show it to you. Really cool though. Okay, when people are talking about, you know, Bigfoot, Sasquatch, that sort of thing, this is the sort of thing that you see. See that bend here in this tree? Better yet though, look at this. What does this? These are 2 snapped over trees. A human can't do that. Snow doesn't do that. Something grabbed it here and there and broke it. And it's pointed down right here at this trail. And you can see this was a road at one time too. And this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a lot of down trees blocking the trails. I'm back on the road here. Ooh, this is a clay. We had clays down here. There's some kind of sign here. Look at this. I did not expect to see this down here. I hear the water. It's right down in here. Let's go this way, further away. There's a car and something else over here. It's a whole campground with people I gotta walk by now. Found the creek though. So we'll follow this till we find a nice quiet spot where we can test out this filter. So I didn't count the cars, but there's a lot of people. It's a really nice secluded spot. I wish I knew how to get to it. There's a bunch of Asian people, really nice people, camped down there, really nice. And they got a pool over here they can go swimming in. So, you know, I'm thinking, I've got these sandals on me here. I'm not putting these on. I don't think this creek is deep anywhere. I think about putting them on and actually walking in the creek. And see what that's like. I mean, it's a recipe for disaster. You could twist an ankle or something. But, I don't know. I feel like I want to give it a shot. There's not a defined trail. It's pretty rough here along the creek. So you can't really follow it that way like I'd like to. Give this a shot here. I don't know if this is a good idea. If it's not a good idea, I'll just get out and put my boots back on. Oh man, I tore my socks up. I put a hole in my sock. I don't know what brand these sandals are. They're not Luna sandals, I don't think, but they're pretty cool. They're minimalist. They're pretty neat. Not much to them. It's exactly what you want if you're going to do something like this, because you know, they don't weigh anything, and the rubber's pretty grippy on them. So we'll see how this goes. Feels good. All right, so that's the beauty of this channel. You know, you watch me do stuff, and a lot of the time it works. And you guys know I'm always just winging it. Let's see. The good thing here is that my ass is wet. I was getting a little hot. Hot ass. Got some hot ass. Whacked the elbow pretty good. It's nice and cool. I'll get to some place, you know, when we're filtering the water, I'll soak the elbow a little. I enjoyed it. There'll be a spot up ahead somewhere, I'm sure. This is going to be a long, long hike. I'm way at the bottom. I got this shirt. You guys recognize this. This is the shirt that's always on the passenger seat of my van. I didn't bring any other flannels. Totally not prepared, really. I mean, I'm in pretty good shape. I'm always in pretty good shape as far as like gear. But not really what I needed for this place. I've been in the desert so much lately that that's what I'm used to. So as I was saying this morning, it would have been better to have a long sleeve chambray shirt. And I've been cutting them up lately and rolling them up. I just like, By the way, when you see me do that, you know what that is? That look, that's like 1940s. Like Navy Seabees, stuff like that during the war. Look at those old photos. I just think it looks cool. Slipknot. Anyhow, this is great. When I was a kid and my dad would take me out hunting and camping, especially when we were camping, it was awesome because he would just let me go. He had no idea. It was crazy that he gave me that kind of freedom. He knew that I had confidence because he'd been taking me out in the woods since I was real small. And I remember one time, there was this knife my dad had. I tried to buy it. I should look it up again. It probably sold. The guy wanted, I should have just spent the money, because the odds of it coming up again are almost impossible. It was a little bit different. It was basically the same exact knife. The only difference was my dad's had the words lion killer etched into the blade. But it was a Soligen steel blade. The hilt, or the cross guard, the shape of it looked like what an iron cross looks like. And it was eagle head pommel. Oh, it feels so good. The coolness from the water on my elbow, my busted elbow. It's probably going to swell up. I forget. I think the guy wanted like $350 for it or something. I should have just bought it, but it's like, as you guys know, I should have just bought it. I don't even know if I'm in frame here, so I apologize. Because the odds of that knife popping up again are slim to none. I was a kid and I had his knife on me, and we were up at the Delaware Water Gap, and I lost it. And I felt so terrible. I couldn't find it. And I mean, I was crying over it. I was pretty small. I was probably 10, something like that, 10 years old, maybe 11. And these boots need to be cinched up more anyhow. And I got back to the camp and I just told him, I was like, Dad, I'm sorry, I lost your knife. And I was real upset. He calmed me down. He's like, don't worry. He goes, let's just go and walk where you walked. And sure enough, his eagle eye spotted that knife. Pretty cool. Years later, he really busted that thing up. He used to throw it. He used to hack deer up with it. You know, butcher deer, like chop the bones and whatnot. And he used to throw it and, you know, act like Davy Crockett or something. And he busted the tip off, and my mom's stepfather, the only grandfather I ever knew, reshaped the blade, did a terrible job with it. And he used to have bone grips on it, and he put white wood scales on it, and did not do a good job. He made them too thin for my dad's big old meaty hands, and so my dad wrapped duct tape around it, so it ended up just looking like crap. And I had it after he passed away, and then I found my brother, and the guy that I used to be friends with that owns Studio City Tattoo, he's really good friends with this guy, Tony Swatton. He's in LA. He makes swords and all that. He did the hook for the movie Captain Hook with Dustin Hoffman. So he gave it to him, and they took this Bowie blade. It was a Damascus steel Pakistani blade, and he redid the handle and made it pretty cool. And I gave that to my brother when I found him in 2001, the same year my dad died. About a year later. So, all right. We're back to walking on the dry land. don't forget your hiking stick, Mike. Look at this. I'm going, this is so beautiful. There's a waterfall, but then I'm like, ah, shit, I gotta climb that. I don't know. I could probably go through here, but I'd like to try it. Maybe it looks like if I cross the creek, the rock on that side looks a little bit more doable. And I just took the sandals off. I might go get across right here. Okay. Yeah, I'm not climbing that. But on this side here, I think I can get up around it. If I can get out of this predicament. Okay. Okay. Jumping like the $6 million man. Did you hear the little... Super cool. So these Broadwingers, they don't have much of the tread left, but it is a Vibram sole, so it's nice and sticky. It's going to be, I think, perfect for this situation here. Man, I am tempted. I'm tempted to strip down naked and go swimming. Let's see what this waterfall looks like over here. Because there's a nice pool down here. Whoa, look at that little hole in the rock. I want to go sit in that. I could climb all that, but I think I'm going to stay on this side. I think it's easier. Something's walked up here. Oh, yeah. This is epic. Well, somebody's been here. There's a can right there. Look at this. I don't have a lot of room to be taking stuff away, but I'm going to take at least this trash with me here. Man, you know what? Next time I'm hiking, I got to bring a bag with me that I could tie off, take all the trash away. For the sake of YouTube, I'm leaving my boxer shorts on. Normally, I just wouldn't be wearing anything. Woo. Very cold. There's probably fishing here too because it's little, the water's a little fishy. Okay, so it's been a while since I did anything like this. It's friggin' awesome. I wanted to get up in that little spot there, but you can't do it. It's pretty cold, but boy was that refreshing. See, it's moments like this you wish you weren't alone, you know? You need the right kind of gal who's willing to come out here and try this. Yes, I went swimming. Now I gotta climb out of here. Alright. Gotta climb out of here. Got my boots back on. I'm getting thirsty, so we got to climb out of here, get up above the falls, and find a spot to filter some water. I need something to drink. I'm camped over there somewhere. And I'm sucking wind. Look at this, there's just these pools all along this waterfall here. It's just amazing. Oh. And I don't want to distress anybody, but I got some water in my ears. That's not a good thing. It's fast moving water. I don't think we got to worry about the, what is it, the brain-eating amoebas? I think that's more in like the hot springs. Look at how beautiful this is. I'm going to take a chance coming down here to see if I can walk around this. I might not be able to. Oh yeah. That's pretty deep right there. Maybe there's an easier way to get to this point from over here. If there is, I'll try to walk some of my friends over here, because if it gets warm in the next couple days, this is going to be a great spot to take a dip. Yeah, I mean, I got to get back because they're going to be nervous if this takes too long. But I know where this is now, and I'm coming back because I'll do a little nude sunbathing right here. It's pretty epic. A little sandy beach. I think right here is a good spot to get some water. Should be able to set the camera up and show you how it works. Okay, I don't know if you can hear me. This is brand new, even though it's probably close to 30 years old. You got to pump it for a minute or two first to get the carbon out of it. It would help if I took this off. It's a learning curve. Anyhow, you guys get the picture. You got to do that for 1 to 2 minutes, and then you can screw that on your Nalgene bottle and fill this up. Alright, so it takes about 5 minutes of constant pumping to get that thing filled up. Tasty. Could have been a little contaminated around the brim here. Let's see if I get sick. Should be fine. 3 Asian guys just walked by with fishing poles. They said they caught some fish down in that hole. They're part of that group that I walked through. Just want to get all the water out of this thing. Obvious thoughts. If I had Sarah here, you know, we'd be doing some calendar pictures for her right here. I think I can cross here. Maybe. I'm going to climb up over this. There's a log over there I could probably walk across. There'll probably be other spots, but boy. It just keeps getting more beautiful. Have I said already how much I needed this? I was going to walk across that log. Which is 100% doable. Another great little soaking spot. This is going to be a long video. All right. It's about time to eat something here. I'm going to find a nice shady area up ahead. Even prettier than here, I'm sure. When I was a kid in Vernon, there was a spot similar to this behind. My dad had a bakery there for a short period of time. And there was a spot like this behind it. I used to go up in the hills there and play around in exactly this exact situation. You know what, we need to, let's walk this and see if we can find a nice shady spot on these flat rocks with the water and grab a snack. It's all uphill. This is amazing. I gotta break the pump out again and fill that sucker up. I'm walking up here now because of that. There's a lot of logs down, and right now you can see some stone by the water, but for a while there you couldn't walk through it. So I'm taking the high ground. It's not any easier. But I'm sticking close because if there's a chance to get down by the water some more, I'm going to do it for you. There's people camping over here. These people have an epic campfire spot. Try to cut through this meadowy type area here. You guys are seeing all the flowers, pretty cool. Crazy, crazy landscape here. I lost the creek. It has to be over here. I have to follow that because it'll take me up to the road. And I can hear stuff behind me. That sounds like a road or somebody driving around, so we'll see how this works out. I think the road's right up here. I can hear people driving by. Yeah. There was a moment there, I could not find this stream again. Must have took some weird bend out of the way. But I knew where the sun was, and I knew if I had the sun over my head and slightly off to the one side, I was going to keep heading in the right direction. So, all right. Man, we just walked into a nice breeze too. Nice cool breeze finally hit me. Let's check the time. All right, so 3.5 hours so far non-stop. I mean, I made that little pit stop to go swimming, but that wasn't long. Filled up with water twice, took that break for food. So a solid 3 hours, you know, walking. Let's find this friggin' bridge and road, huh? Well, there's a road. All right, let's walk up to that. When I left the campsite, imagine that was it. I walked down to the left, hit the water, started walking up, and I walked way up. And I never did get to the bridge where the water crosses. I did cross a smaller brook and keep going, and I kept going to the left, so I think I overshot it, and I'm thinking walking this road for a couple miles, maybe less, should find a campsite. If this is the right road. Worst case scenario, I'll run into somebody driving down it. I heard a bunch of cars when I was down there. So I'll ask, Hey, did you drive past the campsite with a lifted Astro van? White Astro van? Was it that way? Let me stop and drink some water. I'll tell you the good thing about like the bugs up here, the country bugs, the country bumpkin mosquitoes and flies. You could kill them. They're kind of slow and stupid. Not like the city flies and the city mosquitoes. Those things are cagey. So I'll bet you this little culvert here, right here, I'll bet you this is where I was supposed to come up with the water, following the water. And I've been walking for 20 minutes or so, 25 minutes at a good clip. I'm definitely tired. My feet are feeling it. I have not done something like this in a long time, so probably overdid it, but I'll be okay. I could just relax for a couple days and then get right back to it. The thing about the Broadwingers being, barefoot minimalist shoes, no arch support, no heel rise, all of that. It's more comfortable to walk on uneven ground, gravel, dirt, grass, than it is to walk on the pavement. It's interesting. I made it back. I'm in the front seat of the van here. Seat spun around. Bunch of people here I don't really know. Just met them. Nice people. They're just talking about things I don't know anything about. And I needed a rest. I'm going to go through these clips. But I just wanted to say, go out and get lost once in a while. It's good for you. It's fun to get lost and find your way back. So I went way out of my way. I walked a good 3 miles at least, because you could do at least a mile in 15 minutes, and I was walking faster than that. And it took me, 40 minutes or so, 45 minutes to get here once I got on the road. So I had definitely gone way too far. And it's all fine, though, because I was able to get this video. I'm going to go look at these clips now. I think it's going to be pretty stinking good. I filled up that water thing twice with the filter, so we'll see how that works out. I feel okay. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Be kind to one another. I'll catch you on the next one. You're probably going to get this soon, and maybe even today, because there's service down the road. But I don't think I'm going to be doing that, obviously, every day here. So we'll see how it works out. I'll catch you on the next one.